So DeAndre Baker's offseason seems to get worse and worse, and there was one point where, of course, the news first came out about the robbery. It didn't look good. Then they were saying like a couple weeks later it was looking good, and it was looking good for the last couple months. And then news came out today, or tonight I should say, that DeAndre Baker actually paid off people to cover up his robbery. So the title of this is Giants expected to cut DeAndre Baker after warrant reportedly claims he paid off alleged victims as part of a $55,000 cover-up in armed robbery case. Now I'm not sure if they're gonna release him yet. That's just that's a wait and see. It's an article from NJ.com, so I'm hoping it's somewhat legit, and some other sources have had this as well. So I'll read the article to you guys, and we'll talk about this. And just it's not good for DeAndre Baker. I'll put it that way. So this article by Daryl Slater goes on to say, Giants cornerback DeAndre Baker could be in even deeper trouble in Florida. That's because he allegedly paid off victims in a $55,000 cover-up for his armed robbery case, according to a search warrant obtained by the New York Daily News, which further reported Friday that the Giants are expected to soon release Baker in wake of this news. So I guess we'll have to wait and see about that one, but I guess at this point, if he's released, it would not be the most shocking thing, unfortunately. So it also says the Giants drafted Baker 30th overall last year, and he struggled as a rookie. We know that. Now he not only could be in serious legal trouble, this might result in a prison sentence, but he could face an NFL imposed suspension even if he doesn't go to prison. So I believe if he somehow gets out of this and just doesn't go to jail, the NFL can obviously suspend him for it. So the Giants apparently feel they have the information they need to void Baker's contract, which would be nice. This is still a first-round pick. He's still making a decent amount of money. It's not a ton of money, but if they can get him off the books, obviously, that would be great. So Baker and Seahawks cornerback Quinton Dunbar were charged for an armed robbery in connection with a May 12th incident in Miramar, Florida. According to the warrant, one witness to the alleged crime, Dominic Johnson, who has known Baker and Dunbar since they were kids, helped pay off the 4 alleged victims on May 15th. The payoff happened at the office of Dunbar's attorney, Michael Greco, if I'm pronouncing that right. So, this is not good. It's probably looking like he's going to get cut at this point, so it's just a shame. This guy that was a first-round pick just a year ago, and now he might not even make it to his second season. And I'll admit, I was really excited when the Giants took Baker. The Giants needed a cornerback one for sure. I thought he had it talent-wise, but I just didn't know he had some screws loose up here, and I didn't know he'd be pulling guns on people and trying to rob people. So, unfortunately, the Giants might end up cutting him in the next couple of days. We'll have to wait and see. So obviously I'm very disappointed by this, and some people might not want to blame the Giants front office, but some people said there were character concerns before he was even drafted by the Giants. So there might be a reason he fell all the way to, 28 or something like that, 30, 28, whatever he was drafted. So some people said there were character concerns. Other people didn't really care. The Giants traded up for this guy. It didn't work in his first year. I figured he would bounce back in year 2, but we honestly might not get to see it. So that's really a shame. At this point, I just don't care anymore. If they cut him, then so be it. I have confidence in Julian Love on the outside. I think he can be a good cornerback too. They still have Bradbury. Hopefully he's healthy this year. They have Darnay Holmes in the slot, guys like that. So it's not the cornerback depth isn't great on this team, and I do think they still might sign a veteran, Brandon Carr or something like that. We'll have to wait and see what happens with Baker first, but for Baker's future in New York, it's definitely looking a bit fuzzy right now. And as I said, if he was cut in the next few days, week or so, I would not be surprised. I mean, everyone I'm following on Twitter, blue check mark or not, are basically saying that DeAndre Baker's time as a New York Giant is pretty much over. So if that's true, that's obviously a shame. I was rooting for this guy. I wanted him to have a better year too, and we probably won't be able to see it. And same for Quinton Dunbar. I mean, I know this is like a Giants video, but Quinton Dunbar is a great player as well, and he might have just thrown his career away. So it sucks to see this stuff for both of those guys. Hopefully they learn from this mistake. I don't know if they'll ever get another shot in the NFL, but, it just sucks that these guys have so much talent and threw it away because I guess they were down some money in gambling and tried to rob people. They paid people off to keep their mouths shut, and then eventually the truth will come out, and that's what happened now. So we'll see in the coming days what exactly happens. If he does get released, I'll do another video about it, but yeah, it's definitely possible that he might get released. I'm sure some of you don't care. You're probably going to say good riddance, but for me personally, I'm a bit sad because I did think the guy had a lot of talent. It just never really came together mentally for him, and some other stuff, not knowing the playbook, the sleeping in meetings. But he was a talented kid, but I just think he was probably very immature, and as people said in the pre-draft process, had some character concerns. So hopefully the Giants in the future do their homework more on drafting guys with some character concerns, and hopefully they don't make a mistake like this again in the near future. So that'll do it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know about your reaction to DeAndre Baker. Do you think he'll be cut or not? Will the Giants give him another chance? We'll have to wait and see. But thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.